computer. Can you guys see? Is it recording?
Yep.
All I see is stuff.
We're recording.
Yay! All right. So thank you to everyone who's like hopping on live, but also just catching this recording, because honestly, the decision to even learn more is huge in its own. Because I know for myself, I watched my coach for a while, didn't like a single post, didn't comment on anything. I tried to be super incognito and like secretly creep her. And it's a big deal to ask for more information. At least it was for me. So we're hoping to answer any questions or any like even address some self-limiting beliefs, because I think half of why people inch in and out of like maybe I'll do this, maybe I won't, is just their belief in themselves. They just don't believe that they could actually, like, I hear so many times, I could never do what you do, and it's like, yes, you can, because I did it. And you start where you are. Like, there's people in this business, once you go to Summit, it's like a huge eye-opening experience. It's kind of where all the coaches meet together annually, but there are coaches who are 18, coaches who are 80, coaches who have like a bodybuilding bod, coaches who have lost hundreds of pounds, coaches who are on a journey to gain weight, to lose weight, just to make friends. Like, there's everyone in this group. Like, it's amazing. And everyone is there because they have a passion for just improving themselves in general. So it's like a wellness passion. And that's kind of what glues us all together from all these different backgrounds and locations across the world. So yeah, we're just hoping to open up your eyes, answer some questions, and just help you decide if it's something that would be a good fit for you, essentially. And Shanique, do you want to start with this one? And then we'll alternate.
Okay. Okay, so we all start somewhere. So I guess I'll just start with my little story about kind of where I started. And again, like, we all come from different backgrounds. Like, there's no one size fits all model for coaching. Like, we're all very different. We all start somewhere different. And for me personally, I came into this as a full-time social work student. So it was like my first few months of social work, and I joined one of the boot camp groups. Again, like Sam said, I had been following her for a while, didn't like her posts, just creeped, and like secretly was like, I want to do what she's doing, but I'm also not sure what she's doing, and I'm too scared to ask. So I didn't reach out, never liked her stuff. And then she invited me to one of her boot camp groups, and that's kind of got me thinking about it. And I kind of just fell in love with the group. And within a month, I just kind of said, what do you do as a coach? I'm kind of curious. So I went into kind of something like this just to get more information. And then I kind of just started from there. I wouldn't say I was like gung-ho, like I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even know what signing up for a coach meant. I just felt like I had seen them go to Summit, which is what Sam had mentioned. That's our big coach annual event. And I just saw the community piece of it and the traveling and just kind of that like sisterhood. And I feel like that's what I craved the most, was just that feeling of, I want more for my life. Like, I don't just want to go to school and that's it. Like, I want something else. So I feel like it really stemmed from me just wanting community and just something kind of almost like a hobby, or like something just to give me more purpose. And while that was where I started, it's now become more than that. Like, it's extra financial support in my life. It's become my accountability in my fitness journey. It's the reason that I've been able to get through some hard shit. Like, it's everything. So I just feel like you might start as one human, and then it's been 3 years now, and I feel like coaching is kind of, it's different. You progress, and your journey as a coach progresses, and there's no right way to start. So that's a little bit about me. I could go on, but I'm gonna keep it short, and we'll pass it on to Tiffany.
All right. Hi, guys. So my name is Tiffany. I am 24 and I am living in Brandon, Manitoba right now. I got interested in coaching, also creeping Sam. Weirdly enough, I'm dating Sam's brother, so I have been kind of following along with her, not only on her social media, but seeing what she was doing in real life, and just really, really loved the energy that I got from Sam and the mindset that I got from Sam. So I had finally reached out to her when I had kind of hit rock bottom in my mental health. And I was like, like I had had my therapist tell me all of the things that I needed to do. So the exercise, the meditation, the eating healthy, the journaling, like all of the personal development. I had had my therapist tell me this stuff, and I had given it a go, and I just could not keep myself accountable to it. So I finally reached out to Sam and I said, you know what, like, I'm interested in finally embarking on this journey with you. And naturally, Sam greeted me with open arms, and this has been something that has really changed my life. So right now, I am a full-time social work student. Oddly, me and Shanique have that in common. Well, she's a social worker now. But I'm doing my practicum year. So I work full time for Child and Family Services, and then I do coaching as like a little bit of a side hustle. And then additionally, I am like a huge, huge, huge mental health advocate. So that is like my niche when it comes to coaching is I really like to find people who are struggling mentally and teach them that mental health and physical health are extremely interconnected. So yeah, so I guess the reason I joined coaching was that my mental health was suffering. I was extremely skinny, and I'm still like quite a small person, but I actually joined to gain weight and to learn about nutrition because at this point I was recovering from having an eating disorder. I knew nothing about nutrition. I had no idea how to lift a weight. I literally started from zero, and I've been coaching for 4 months, and I've hit Success Starter, I've hit Emerald, all things that we're going to talk about as we go on. But yeah, so basically what I want to say is if I can do it, and I literally knew absolutely nothing about this, you can do it. And I can honestly say I'm the happiest I've ever been. So, Sam.
All right, so going just based on this slide here, it kind of ties into my start to coaching. I 100% started coaching for myself. I lost 40 pounds with Beachbody programs. And in my first 21 days, it was 7 inches when I did my first program. So it's one of those things where I'm a yo-yoer my whole life. I'd go up, go down, go up, go down, like start, quit. That's just who I always was. And then I joined Beachbody with the attitude of worst case scenario, I stay the same. Best case scenario, this thing changes my life. Maybe this is the thing that I'll actually stick to. Maybe this is the thing for me. So started it, committed, 21 days into it, saw epic results, and then messaged my coach and was like, all right, like I believe in all this stuff you've been spewing on your social media. Let's give it a go. So that was kind of my start. And going into that, like when you start this business, if you decide to, you are the foundation of it. So your job is literally, and this was always my mindset when I started, was it's your job. It's your job to do the workouts. It's your job to check out all the nutrition guides, the new recipes, follow the nutrition courses. There's 2 nutrition education full video courses. It's your job to read a freaking book. I'm sorry if you don't like to read, but you're going to start. Yeah. It's your job to do that personal development growth. It's your job to try out a meditation. It's your job not to skip rest days, like do your yoga, do your stretching. All of that stuff becomes your job. So then it's something that's more of a non-negotiable for you, and it holds you that much more accountable. And then it makes you a better coach because now you've done the things so you can help other people do the things. You're not going to be a good coach if you don't work out, because how are you going to help people with their workout programs? You're not going to be a good coach if you don't make healthy choices, because how are you going to help someone who's in a binge spiral, right? It's those things where you kind of have to do the things so you can lead the way. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fail as long as you get back up and keep going, because then you can coach other people when they fail, because they will, because it's human nature. And yeah, it's just one of those things where, again, I started coaching for the accountability for myself, and then it became a passion because I knew that if I could do it, I could, like, there were so many people out there who could also do it. Because I thought for sure, like, it's genetics. I could never be fit. Like, I had so many I could nevers and can'ts in my brain. And it took a lot of training to rewire it and be like, yes, I can. So that's kind of where I come from with coaching. And again, you transform. I was shy. I thought I could never coach because I could barely talk to another human being in real life. social anxiety, didn't like to go out or see people ever. Like, so interesting how someone who is so introverted and so antisocial could then do this and become a coach. And it didn't happen overnight. It was like day by day by day as I went through the motions and built habits and routines. So anyways, I'm going to ramble next. Oh, this is all you, Tiff. That's
right. Kind of expanding on what Sam said, one of the things that really just got me that she said was the social anxiety. So like, as I stated, when I started coaching, my mental health had hit rock bottom. Like I was at the point where I was like, okay, you know what? Like nothing else has worked. I had tried going to the gym. I had tried doing like personal development at home, and like nothing was keeping me accountable. So I was like, you know, I give this a try and it works or it doesn't work, but I really had hoped it worked, and luckily it did. So expanding on social anxiety, I had crazy social anxiety before I started coaching. Like I literally did not leave my house. Not only I think because of social anxiety, but also because depression. And a story that I really like to share is I've only been coaching for 4 months. In this 4 months, I made a connection with a friend that actually lives, well, we met solely through Beachbody. This girl lives all the way in BC, and she just drove, I think it was 36 hours to come see me, and we literally connected through coaching. So the relationships that you build from this are extremely profound. And this girl wanted to come see me because she was like, all right, you have helped me change my life. Like, watching you show up every day has like inspired me to do the same. So when I say showing up for yourself every day, I'm talking about not only like the physical health aspect of it, but like your mental well-being and personal development. So when I started to coach, I was like, all right, like Sam says I gotta read, so I guess I'll start reading. And I had reached out to Sam and I was like, what books should I read? And she had a whole list made up for me. So the book I started with, since I've been coaching since June, I've read these 4 books. I'm currently reading The Miracle Morning because right now I hate mornings and I really want to change that about myself. So I am working on that. Podcasts. If you are someone, I've had people come to me with the objection, well, you know what, like I just don't like to read, like I can't, like even people like struggle with like dyslexia or something like that. You can listen to a podcast. We will find you a podcast that will help you get that personal development in. Meditation has become my jam. I thought it was so weird when I first started it. I remember sitting in my house like this and just trying to meditate, and all I could think of the whole time was like, okay, like I'm calm now, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm calm now, and then it was just like a vicious cycle of feeling like, okay, yeah, I'm calm, and then ruining it for myself. Today I have the day off. Literally all I've done today is meditate, read, journal, and I did yoga because I wanted to, like not because I had to, because I genuinely wanted to, because these are habits I have established in the past month, and now they're just part of my routine. Like I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like I've had the best day unless I do these self-care pieces. So reading, like if you're someone who says you don't like to read, that's bullshit. You just haven't found the book that you like yet. You can dedicate 10 minutes a day to reading. I know we all scroll through our phones for at least 10 minutes a day. Set your phone down. It's all about priorities. So I started to set a timer every day for 10 minutes, and I would read for those 10 minutes. I slowly started to incorporate a gratitude journal. When I first signed up, Sam sent me one of these. And in it, every single day, I wrote 3 things I have gratitude for, 3 intentions, and 3 affirmations. I still do this 4 months later, every single morning. It's a non-negotiable for me. And I actually just sent all of my girls the same journals. Journaling, meditating, talked about that. What else do I do? Yoga, that's something I've been doing a lot of. That's on Beachbody. Beachbody just got a meditation tab. Like literally the things that you can do with Beachbody are endless. And once you start coaching, you now have people who are watching you. Like when you announce that you're coaching, people are going to have eyes on you and are going to say, well, what does that mean? Like, what does it mean for this girl to be a coach? And they're going to be paying attention to you. And this is how you attract people, because if you're not putting in that work for yourself, they're not going to trust you. They're not going to believe that in themselves if you aren't even doing the work. So when I like, now that I know that I have girls that are looking up to me, that's like that extra accountability factor that I needed. Because I'm like, I can't, like, if you're not practicing what you preach, like, you're not going to be a good coach. And I truly feel that you need to feel inspired in order to inspire other people. So when we say it's your job to take care of yourself, it literally is. And it goes way beyond doing workouts every day. It's about learning about yourself. Like, so much in my life has changed since I've started this. My relationships with people, my relationships with myself, like, it does a lot of amazing things for you. So yeah, when you start coaching and you know that you have more eyes on you, once you start signing those girls up and you know that they're looking up to you, that's an extra thing that's going to keep you accountable to your own well-being. So yeah, that's pretty much what my piece on personal development.
All right. Shanique, did you want this one?
Okay, so community and travel opportunity. Obviously, once COVID goes away, sadly, we have missed 2 coaching trips this year because of COVID.
No, we had Punta Cana booked,
Yeah,
and canceled, and then we had New Orleans booked and canceled. Ironically, I got my refund today from my flights from New Orleans. But anyways,
yeah.
That's how long it took.
A big thing about coaching, and something that I feel was like, I had seen Sam, which is my coach, I had seen her go to the big summit, the big coach event in New Orleans. And that's, again, what intrigued me is like, you're traveling with friends? Like, what is this coaching thing? So there's so many opportunities to travel. Every year we do our big coach summit event. And it's always in a different city. And it's just it's like 4 days of just like learning. Like, you're going, it's a business trip. You're going and you're learning, but you're also just spending time with your coaches. And the coolest thing is that you're meeting people that you've never met in person, honestly, some of the time. Like, it's amazing. We have coaches from all over Canada, all over the US, all over the UK. Like, so we connect so much as a team on Facebook, on Instagram, we're always doing team stuff online. So when you actually meet people in person, you're like, whoa, like, you're already my best friend. Like, I already know you. What the heck? This is so weird. So it's really
like a giant sleepover and you just met, but like, it feels like you've known each other for years.
It's like, again, like, the relationships you form through coaching, like Tiffany said, like, they're just so profound, because it's just amazing to think that this is possible.
Literally my best friend now.
Yeah.
All because of this.
So there's that event, and then we have our super weekends. So these are things that happen quarterly. So we do them usually in Winnipeg. I know they do them in
You're all over Canada and the States, in all the major cities. So wherever you live, there will be a super weekend near you within driving distance. Yeah, so depending on where you live, there's one in your city every quarter. If not, like, for example, Saskatchewan, if you're Canadian, there's Regina and Saskatoon, and they kind of take turns. Whereas in Manitoba, it's always Winnipeg.
So again, these are just another event that we do, so we can bring each other together and meet your team, learn things like that. And then the Success Club trips are earned through the work that you do as a coach. So when you, again, we'll kind of touch a little bit more on this, but Success Club is kind of a monthly goal that you try to reach. It's not like, again, these are details that we get into once you become a coach and you want to dive more into this. Like, we're going to teach you all these things, but these are just trips you can earn, and they're free. They're free vacations that you earn, which is epic, because you're working on yourself, you're getting healthy, you're helping others get healthy, and you're going to go travel for free. So keep that in mind.
All right, income potential and our promise to you. So it's Team Beachbody for a reason. We work as a team. All the rewards that you reap are like team based for the most part, aside from commissions. Commissions are like an independent thing, but everything else is team based. So we work as a team, and our promise to you is to help you hit something called Success Starter, which is what Tiff just talked about. So Tiff's only been coaching for 4 months. but in her first 3, she hit Success Starter. So everything I'm about to say, she's done. So that means in the first 3, and it could be 3 in the first 6 months. So 6 months from now, any 3 of those months, if you hit your goal, which Shanique kind of said is Success Club, then you earn these things. So you get, that's at least $450. So if you hit Success, like we're going to help you hit Success Starter, in which case you've made at least $450. You get a free ticket to Summit. So this year it's in St. Louis, but in the past, like we went to Nashville, New Orleans, Indianapolis. And then you'll also get this is new, I'm so sad. Tiff gets this, but this is a new thing. I'm excited for her and jealous. But she gets the opportunity to be in a test group with one of the super trainers themselves, and help work through the kinks and tell us nothing about it. You can't even tell me about it, so sad. And be part of the new program. Also, if you're an Autumn's control freak one, I might lose my mind.
Oh my God.
But I don't know if they started filming it yet. So it might be the next one. But anyways, I digress. So as a coach, again, your goals are going to be completely your own, and we'll meet you where you're at and we'll help you with whatever you want. So some coaches sign up and they're like, I want to make 6 figures. I want to replace my job and like be a coach. And that's my jam. Other people like myself are like working full time and they're like, you know what? I just would like some extra cash. Like when I signed up, I was like, sweet, if I can take my mom out for a pedicure, I'm happy. If I can fill my car with gas, I'm happy. Those are the things that I started for. And again, because I mostly did this just for like my own fitness accountability and stuff, but it's going to become what you want it to. And as soon as you make that first $50, you're going to be like, I could easily make 100. And then as soon as you make 100, you're like, I'm going to push for a couple hundred. And then once you do that, you're like, I'm going to push for $1,000 this month. And then it just grows because you realize you have way more potential than you give yourself credit for. But start with $50, start with filling your car with gas. And like, that's kind of how we all begin. It's that belief thing. The longer you coach, the more belief you have in yourself, and then you can start shooting for bigger goals. But go into it being like, I'm going to hit Success Starter for that Summit ticket, that $450, that amazing opportunity to be in a test group, and we'll help you get there. So that's kind of your first goal and where we'll help you get to.
You're literally getting paid to help yourself and help others. Like that's your job.
Yeah.
So trust the process. So it's not about the destination, but the person you become along the way. And I think we've touched a lot on that already. Like we've already said, it's your job is you. Your job is literally to become the best version of yourself and to work on yourself every single day. And this isn't a get rich quick scheme. It's not something that you're going to sign up and, oh, you're going to make money and be super rich. Like this is a business, and it's, you put in the work that you want to, you'll get the benefits that with the work you put in. So again, though, it's all about becoming you and working on yourself every single day. And I think that is the coolest part, is that your job is you first, and then helping others all along the way. So, yeah, I think that's all I've got to say about that slide.
What?
Go ahead.
All right. So here's what you don't need. Oh, and here's Tiff and Sierra, the girl she was talking about who drove out like 30, 40 hours to see her. I had to put that in there.
Yeah.
And it's Cassie and Coop. Pardon?
Okay. This picture was actually taken. Sierra and I rounded up some other girls that live here, and we went on a hike with them. So it was really weird because it was the first time I had met any of them in real life. Terrifying, but amazing.
I love these moments. We've been kind of fortunate because we have a good local group, because with COVID, again, we had so many travel plans to go so many places and see so many people on our team. But with COVID, we only see local. But again, at least we have a pretty good local team that's been pretty fun still. But so what you don't need hours and hours and hours of time. We work in things called action hour or power hour. And ultimately, if you have an hour a day, that's mint. And if you can get 5 minutes in line at the grocery store, that's perfect too. Because I always work in line at Sobeys, I feel like. And then I like message people and I'm like, I'm just at the checkout, message you in 10 minutes. Because I'll get into a conversation and feel like a jerk for having to like randomly leave. It's like, I gotta drive home now. But that's like kind of when I get my work time in, is like these random 5-10 minutes pockets throughout my day. You don't need to be a fitness instructor or a dietitian. Again, when I joined, nowhere near fitness instructor or dietitian level. If you have that knowledge, great. But again, you're going to gain that knowledge. And we work with super trainers and dietitians, like world renowned. So you have these people behind you, and they're pretty randomly easy to like get a hold of with team calls with our elite groups. Like, you don't need to be the fitness instructor or the dietitian, because that's what the Beachbody people are. You're just that in-between person who, like, yeah, you're like that middleman in a way. So don't worry about that. You don't have to be at your goal weight or fitness level. You don't have to have a large social media following. I didn't even use Instagram when I signed up. I only had Facebook. My Instagram was like 2 posts a year, and it was like, here's my PSL and like happy Christmas. So that was my Instagram, and I had like 150 people on there. You don't need a large social media following. You don't need to be a social media guru. All of these things will improve with time, and we have trainings for that. And we have, like, you grow and do these things together. It's fine. You don't have to be outgoing. Hello, fellow introverts. You don't have to have a big long-term goal. Again, it could be $50, or I just want to do a workout program and actually stick to 3 weeks of something. Or I just want to maybe read a book.
Want new friends. That was me.
Want to make new friends. Exactly. Whatever it is, you don't need some huge goal. That's fine. And you don't need all the knowledge. So many times people start and get like that perfection paralysis because they feel like they have to know all the things. You don't. You just like slowly implement things, and it comes as you work through it. We teach you. We have team calls a lot. So you'll find one that works for you and hop on it. And yeah, training guides and all that stuff. So you do not have to know all the things. What do you need, Shanique?
So what do I need? So if you're a challenger, you just need to sign. There's a form. You just quickly fill that out. It's a coach registration form. And if you've purchased a challenge pack in the past, this will be free for you. If you're new to Beachbody, if you're new to Beachbody, you need a challenge pack. So you would basically just sign up for what we sign up everyone for, whether you're signing up as a challenger or a coach, same price. But that's going to get you your workouts for the whole year. That's going to get you your supplements for the month. That's going to get you nutrition plans, all our nutrition education programs, and then our boot camp groups. So you're essentially signing up to start your fitness journey, and then you start working on yourself. You need to be willing to learn, try, grow, fail forward. And as soon as you're registered, you will dive into your own fitness program. So number one, we'll help you get set up with a fitness program that you suited to your goals, and then exploring the nutrition education, working with your coach to establish your own wellness routine. Then when you're ready, we'll help you dive into coaching. We'll get you set up with our trainings. We have a coach email series, and we'll help you get started there. But it first starts with you getting ready to start your own journey.
And I should have mentioned on here too that we'll have our new coach. We have October, we have a whole new coach mentorship group in October. So our hopes is that we'll have a bunch of new coaches start at the same time. So we'll have our group mentorship program. We had a name for it. And then also a chat pod. So we just use Facebook Messenger normally just to like pop in there, give you some tidbits, action items, and then you have a place to communicate and be like, help. And then we're all on the same page. So you'll be in a chat pod plus the mentorship program. And then we'll do team calls with you guys first, like just to segregate like our new coaches to not overwhelm you. And then you're all on the same page. So you'll be starting with others at your level. So don't feel like you'll be like tossed in with.
Yeah, you're never in this alone, and you'll always have that support. And it's better when you get to start with other people too, because then you have that, you're starting on your journey together. And yeah.
All right, here's just some good to knows. When you do sign up as a coach, you get 3 promo codes for $10 off. So kind of your first assignment when you do sign up is to get rid of those $10 promo codes. So you have 3 of them, go give them to 3 people, and only new coaches get this. So you actually have the best price on anything because we don't get 10 promo codes, only the new coaches do. So, and you just get 3 of them. So that's kind of your first goal, is to find 3 people who want to save $10 and sign up. The next one, roughly about $50 commission. That's like the base. So it depends on what you sign them up with. You might get more than $50 per sign up, but $50. So if you have 3 promo codes, hand out 3 people, there's $150 at least that you'll make right away. As a coach, you get 25% off of everything. So if you want a pre-workout, you save 25% off. Like your Energize, highly recommend. Oh, Shanique's drinking it in this photo. Yeah, so all the things you save 25% off of, and right now.
My drink of choice.
So yeah, all the things, 25% off. We work as a team. I've said this before. Oh, here we go. I did mention it. You'll be added into our new coach mentorship group and chat pod to get started off right. Okay, this is the last one. So at this point, we've come to a close. Make your fitness into a business. Empowered women empower women. Although we do have men in our groups too, so don't feel like I'm saying men can't do this, because they can. Our team just happens to be mostly women. And never stop growing is kind of what this business is about. As soon as you're stagnant, your business is stagnant, which means you got to keep growing, keep finding other things to improve on and learn about. Yeah, do we have any questions at all that we didn't talk about that maybe you came into this wondering about? And there is a chat somewhere. Again, I'm sharing my screen, so I don't see what you guys all see right now, but you can type into the chat section and Shanique will read them out because I can't see it. If there are any, or unmute yourself and just talk. That's great too. Yeah.
I had from one of my challengers actually. So I had mentioned to them about coaching, and you guys have been coaching a little longer than I have, so I think I would like for you two to answer this. But she had said that she does not have many friends or family members that would do it. What would you say to that?
I feel like I didn't sign up any, like my best friends were the people that didn't sign up with me. You know what I mean? Like it's weird because most of the people that sign up with me are random strangers. And it's because of just social media connecting with people. Like that's where a majority of my people come from, honestly. And that's okay. Because I'm the same way. Like my mom has never been interested. Like she has her own thing. Like that's okay. You don't need to have, and we say explore your warm market. So there's, you know, your family, your cousins, your aunties, and I've asked people and it just, yeah, that doesn't stop
me as well. My people that signed up with me originally were just like acquaintances, like someone I went to school in grade 4 with, or like someone I worked at Dairy Queen with when I was 14. Like that was kind of the people who signed up with me first, was acquaintances. Yeah, and then my mom and my sister were on board once they saw my results and my commitment to it, I think. So it wasn't like I signed up and first thing was my mom and my sister and my best friend. It was like, nope, that girl from Dairy Queen and that girl from grade 4. Like that was kind of where my people started. And again, it was cool because I hadn't talked to those people in so long. But as soon as I was sharing on my Instagram, I connected with those people first. Like I connect on Instagram with acquaintances much faster, like when it comes to health and fitness, than the people you would think, if that makes sense. So it's really cool how you do build those relationships with people that you otherwise probably wouldn't talk to the same.
And also like you attract people as well. Like when you're showing up on like your social media and you're showing that like you're writing in your journal every day and you're doing workout programs and like you're doing every day, she looks so happy. I want to do that too. Like you will also attract people as well and build connections that way.
Well, that's how I feel like I got started with Sam, is like we weren't really, I didn't even, like I knew you kind of through a friend, like it was an acquaintance thing, and I just literally watched you and was like, she's so happy and healthy and I'm always hungover and feel like crap. Like basically that's what it was. I was waking up every Saturday morning feeling like shit. And I was like, she's just done her workout already. And so that attracted me to what she was doing. And I didn't even talk to Sam. I had no idea who she was really. I was just following and creeping. And that's what happens, is you attract the people that are craving.
I actually remember a conversation or two where like, so my rule when I first started coaching was that if I like got drunk and left my vehicle somewhere, I had to run to it the next day. So it just became this thing where like I'd be on my story being like, parked my car across town at a party. Here I go. Like normally I would get a ride, but now it's like just pay back to myself to run and get it. But it was cool. Or like then I would get to the point where I would feel like crap and be like, I know that if I work out, drink my hydrate, I'll feel like a regular human again, as opposed to staying on the couch all day long. So like people even relate to that. Like your entire journey, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be like, ooh, I think that's when I knew I made a mistake as a coach, was when I would go to a social event and someone would be like, oh, you can eat that? Or like, should we pick a different restaurant for you? And I was like, WTF, like I still eat food. Like, so that's when I realized I made a mistake as a coach. And I was like, I have to share everything because people think I only eat lettuce right now and it's a problem. So, okay, question about the videos. I really love going to the gym for strength training. Are most of the videos, can you do them at home or is there some for the gym? Kind of both. Some programs have been designed more for the gym, like Body Beast and Hammer and Chisel. So they're older programs they're older programs, they're still good. They're just not filmed in live time like all the new ones are, but they have features where, or even Lift 4 actually, and that one's new. It comes with printable sheets. So you can always watch it and pause, but also the workouts are all written down for you. So essentially if you did it once, you kind of know it and take it to the gym with you. But Brittany, like my coach and friend, she does all of her workout, well, not with COVID, but she used to do all of her workouts at the gym just because she liked the weight selection. So she would go on to like that grassy area at Good Life and just rock her workout there. Or Shay, who's, I don't think on this, no, that's a different one. Never mind. Shay, one of our coaches, she takes hers to the gym too. It just works in like those little rooms, but she's always at the gym for hers because she lives in an apartment. So definitely, if you like that gym space, go for it.
Yeah, and like further expanding on that, Sam had just mentioned the Lift 4, which is like primarily like a strength training program. So that's the first program I started with. And like every program has like a basic nutrition guide with it and like a workout calendar. So like for you as someone who likes strength training, I printed out the Lift 4 calendar and it would literally tell me what the workout I was going to be doing every day. Like if I was focusing on back and biceps, okay, I know that that's my workout for the day, but it also tells you the moves that you're doing. So like a really great thing about it is that it kind of takes all the guesswork out for you for when you're doing your workouts. So like you can follow along with the video, but also like if you have like the tracker sheets or the calendars with you and like the weight trackers, like you can follow along with that too if you do want to take it to the gym sometime.
Any other questions? Those are all really good questions.
Yeah.
Because lots of people ask that. They're like, can you do them at the gym? Can you do them at home? So yeah, definitely both. Yeah.
Do them outside. You can download them if you don't have service. Just download them ahead of time.
Yeah, yoga outside is like my favorite thing in the whole world.
Randomly Shift Shop outside is my favorite thing in the world. It's like agility training if you haven't done it. So it has like markers you put on the ground. And so a lot of it's like agility, like touch red, touch blue. And then you can't like, it's an agility program. I did that one in the backyard 2 summers in a row just for fun. So it's my favorite. I feel like Leland always got home and I was like doing some weird gorilla or crab move. And he's just like, comes home, opens the fence and I'm just gorilling around the yard. He's like, okay.
Meditation is so nice to do outside too. I sat on my deck this morning to try to start the new meditation program. I was like listening to the birds that are soon not going to be here because it's going to get frickin' freezing. But I was like, this is so nice.
Yep. Trying to think of what other questions I've been asked, but I guess anyone watching the recording can just message us too and let us know what their thoughts are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. We'll wrap up.
And then I guess if you have questions after the call that you want to ask privately to your coach, just reach out. Yeah, just ask away, ask all the things. I feel like it's a lot and sometimes you need to process the information and then you're like, oh, I need to ask that. So just think about it, let your brain process and absorb everything and then reach out. We're always here to help and there's no stupid questions. So ask it all.
Yeah,
And then as soon as
We
you're
have the same
watching the recording, as soon as you're done watching the recording, yeah, message whoever sent you the link, if it was Tiff or Shanique or another coach on our team, if they sent it to you, just kind of let them know your thoughts, and then we'll go from there kind of individually with you and yeah, kind of work from there. That sound good?
Perfect.
Also, Kim, I'm so happy you're on here. Hi.
Everyone knows Kim, and Kim is like,
She's my favorite person to watch our boot camp.
yeah. You're always rocking it.
I want to
Super sweet.
that question thing that you said. I've been coaching for 4 months and I still message Sam like every few days. I'm like, hey, I have a question. So it's not like even once you kind of like know the ropes of coaching too, that your coach just gives up on you. Like they're literally always going to be there for you. So.
And then Tiffany always says, I'm so sorry, I have so many questions. And then every time I'm like, Tiff, please stop apologizing for asking questions.
I do that to my girls too. I'm like, stop apologizing. There's no stupid questions. I love your questions. It makes me feel important.
That's cute.
All right. Well, everyone have a great Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Get outside. I know it might be one of our last beautiful ones. I'm going to go for lots of bike rides. So, all right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Bye.
Bye.